Baron, I'm freezing. When are we getting the heater out here?
A heater? We don't need one anymore.
Why?
Well, we've got a new sponsor, OnlyFlans. They do heated flannelette shirts.
Heated flannelette shirts?
Yeah, this is one here. It's unreal.
OnlyFlans. They're our new sponsor?
They're our new sponsor.
Then why aren't I wearing one?
Well, we didn't get you one.
As usual. Thanks.
But you can have one of these.
Oh, perfect.
That's pretty cool.
I suppose that's heated to keep me stubby warm, is it?
Well, actually, if it is, I might take it. So OnlyFlans are our new sponsor. Very, very excited to have them on board, Crent. If you go to scottno.com.au, that's Scott No reason not to go there now because you're going to get a 20% discount with our code Baron20. That's scottno.com.au. Go and get your OnlyFlans. It's getting friggin' cold out here in Tasmania. So this is going to be a great addition to my life.
And the pod in general.
Absolutely.
Especially if I get one.
We'll see how we go. Crent, have you had a power bill this month?
I have. $23.30.
For the month?
For the month.
So that's month one of having a Tasmanian safer solar system on your roof.
Spot on. Down from about 300 this time of year.
So you've saved about $280 for the month.
Spot on.
Wowee. Do you reckon maybe our listeners would like a saving like that?
You're mad if you don't. They've got to call up now.
They do. So they go to the link in our bio and use code Baron to let them know that we sent you and they're going to do you a cracking deal. That's Tasmania Safer Solar.
Ladies and gentlemen, strap on your boots. It's time for Crent's Crappy Sports Section.
Righto! Now, this is way more difficult, Crent, standing up. Well, for me, because I've got to do all this.
Oh,
We've
yeah.
decided we're going to stand up for a sport
sport.
tonight. See if Crent can fucking stop yawning for 5 minutes.
I haven't yawned much tonight.
Do you know what? I haven't noticed you.
Yeah, no, I'm on fire.
I better pull my head in on that
I'm
one.
on fire.
But I'll go back. Oh, yeah, when I'm editing, I bet you'll be yawning at some point.
Cranking them out. Yeah.
But no, welcome back to Crent's Crappy Sports Section. It's his favourite time of the week.
Yeah, it
to
is.
talk about shitty sport. Now, I actually quite like sport. I just think but only like a couple of sports. I don't like all.
Yeah, okay.
So,
Just the sports that you like, not sport in general.
yeah.
Is your thing. But anyway, yeah, that's okay.
Although I did watch the. Did I tell you that I watched the State of Origin
I was
last
going
week?
to ask you that later on. So,
I actually did watch it, and I enjoyed it.
State of Origin is enjoyable. Yeah. It's a good thing. I can't see it ever returning to the AFL in that sort of
it never will.
passionate manner. You know what I mean?
No, never will.
Unless
it's a shame.
Unless they find a way to pay them. Like, they get paid quite handsomely, the rugby league
Oh,
players.
do they for this? Yeah, well, then that's what they need to do then.
Yeah.
Yep. The state governments need to pull together and say, right, this is what we're going to pay each player for a state game. And make it worthwhile winning. Because like the State of Origin's way more worth winning than their grand final, isn't it?
What
their
do you
premiership.
mean? What, financially or?
No, just like bragging rights, you know.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. No, it's definitely up there, State of Origin, but I wouldn't say they put that above a comp. No.
Oh, right.
No, I wouldn't say so. No. Premiership's the ultimate NRL champion of the country, and ultimately, what is the best league in the world too? So.
See, well, I tell you what, the State of Origin's far more popular.
Yeah, it is 100%.
I reckon more people watch the State of Origin than people watch the whatever their grand final. What's their grand final? The grand final.
Grand final. Wow,
come up with something new.
It is saying that what they do have theirs on a Sunday night prime time as well, so their ratings are quite strong because everyone just flicks it on and go, "Oh, I'll watch it."
Oh, I'm
like,
hungover. There's nothing else to watch.
Yeah,
it's just
like,
on in the background.
If you're
while
a
I'm
Sydney
dealing with the
sider
kids.
that watches rugby league religiously and you don't mind AFL or don't really care for it, you're probably not going to go sit on the couch at 2 o'clock and watch it. Know what I mean?
No,
you're doing shit.
True.
So,
Three.
but
Three.
we need
Three
a
for
day grand final.
I think.
Day grand final.
I think it's 3 for grand final.
2:40 or something. But
Closer.
anyway, sport note. A man has been arrested in northern Brazil after a mob decapitated a soccer referee who fatally stabbed an amateur player over his refusal to leave the field. There is a bit going on here.
Matt Smart seeing this?
Yes.
Yeah, he mentioned it to me at the gym the other day. I went, what the fuck? Are you joking, mate?
There's a bit going on there if you read that headline again.
So let's go through it again because...
So police say referee Octavio da Silva, 20 years old, stabbed player Yosener dos Santos, 30, on June the 30th after dos Santos refused to heed his order to leave. A mob then turned on da Silva, killing him before severing his head in the remote town of Pio 11. PO12.
And is that that's a
This is fucking.
is this a league team like
I wouldn't think.
or is it
so,
like a local game?
Yeah.
Why are you as a referee, firstly, carrying a weapon that can impale someone?
So two
What did he
people
stab him
have died as a result of it. It just says stabbed player. Yeah.
Oh, did the player die too?
So the player died as well.
Fuck, this is vicious.
Fatally stabbed. So fatal means dead.
Oh, I didn't hear the fatal bit. So
Yeah,
this
it was
is-
early, sorry.
It's a fucking game of soccer.
So a mob then turned on him, killing him and then severing his head. This is messed up, isn't it? A 27-year-old man was arrested on the 2nd of July, a couple of days later. He says police in the regional headquarters of Santa Ynez will continue to investigate the incident.
Investigate.
It happened on the field.
I don't think you need to investigate it. Stabbed him, got killed, cut his head off, put it on a stake. Mate, that's fucking...
Case closed.
Yeah, case closed.
Brazil has made significant
Solved.
strides in lowering homicide rates in recent years, but it faces mounting pressures to show it is a safe place for tourists. This is from some years ago, before they host the World Cup in Rio.
Oh, yeah, because it was a while ago.
So-
Yeah, Smarty was telling me, he goes, it was a while ago. And I went, fuck, yeah, let's send it through to him and we'll talk about it. Why? What?
How does this happen? In Rio on the day of the brawl, Brazil's national team handily defeated Spain in the Confederations Cup. So the same day their national team wins.
Oh, what a dampener.
Oh, fucking bizarre, isn't it?
Fucking, could you... Say a mob of them.
A mob of them, yeah. Just
Probably would have
turned
been.
the
Probably
ref
would have been a
and
pretty
captained.
painful death too.
Oh, wouldn't have been. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to going that way.
Wouldn't have been a quick one.
No, unless he was already dead, and then they
Yeah.
cut off his.
Did they cut his head off with the same knife that he stabbed the
impaled
player
old
with?
man. I don't know.
Oh, that's vicious, isn't
that
it?
is. It's vicious is the word. Like they
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like it's like,
Who was the Colombian soccer player years and years ago who kicked an own goal and they cut his feet off? Yeah. They cut his feet off when he got back there or
Oh,
something. Burn his house down and then cut his feet off.
It's such a religion for him, isn't it? But you
Wow,
just can't
like,
think
come
that that's
on.
a normal way of Did that happen in Tamamo Huck back in the day? After they lost in the World Cup, didn't they burn his house down or something? Or the
Yes.
coach? Yeah, I think.
Oh, well, it was definitely someone. It was
Yeah.
either Indian
Finzi
or
or-
Pakistani
yeah.
cricketers. They had a couple of them might have got their houses burnt down.
Terrible, isn't it? Disgusting.
That's a game.
Yeah, fucking.
I mean, look, I get pretty passionate about the Saints when they play like shit, but at no point,
have you thought about stabbing Ross Lyon?
no point, I've never even thought of giving him a fucking haircut, mate. Let alone,
Or even
you know,
abusing him? You just say,
Yeah,
"Oh, Ross."
yeah. If I saw him in the street, hey, go mate, good game on the weekend. Tough luck. Yeah, it's all right. You know what I mean?
Good try.
Yeah.
Go Saints.
Abuse him in silence, but in public, no, it was a good try. No, I'm really happy with the effort. Love the game plan. Young side, say all the good things, Yeah, that would be right, mate. That's right.
Young side. Actually, I love that young side one because I was reading the thing earlier today. The average age of every team for the team they've fielded in the first 12 rounds.
Yeah.
And on average, Fremantle have fielded the youngest team in the whole competition. Younger than
Yep.
Richmond, younger than...
Funny you should say, because they've also fielded the shittest team.
Hand in hand. We're back. 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Just all ready to lose to North Melbourne this week. I can just see it coming.
I've tipped yous.
Oh, great. We'll definitely lose.
It's at home.
Yeah.
North Melbourne are in 3 weeks in Perth.
Well, they actually sold, because it's a North Melbourne home game in Perth. They sold it to the WA, basically.
And they sold 2 then because they sold one.
They played West Coast last week.
West Coast in Bunbury.
Yep.
Fuck you playing down there for?
I've never been there.
Like, okay, so we have to have a fucking roof over our stadium
Yeah.
in Tasmania because it's fucking raining. Why don't they have to have air conditioning in their stadiums over there? Crent.
Because it's 700 degrees.
But you are out in the fucking elements there.
Right.
What are you thinking? Like, at least the stadium provides some shade. Like the big Optus Stadium provides some shade.
Yeah.
Down at Bunbury, mate.
You're just out.
Oh, you're in the fucking sun. Go and play in the desert, mate. Like, there's no protection there. What are you thinking, North Melbourne?
I can imagine. But it's worked out one
They
from
won by
one.
10 points, didn't they?
1 from 1. It
So-
was one of the worst games I've ever seen, I reckon.
Yeah,
comfortably.
horrible. 0-0 draw at half time, wasn't it?
West Coast had 1 goal 13 at one point.
So
West
bad.
Coast dominated the game for 3 quarters, 2.5 quarters, sorry, I should say. Excuse me. And somehow didn't win. Dominated.
Well, I didn't even really watch the game. I watched the first half and then Evie got upset, so when Evie gets upset, that's pretty much TV's hers.
Ruins the day.
And I went, no, I don't even care. I couldn't even bother coming out the shed.
I've lost nothing.
Couldn't even bother coming out the shed to fucking put it on. I was like, oh, whatever. I just laid on the couch. But so who are they? Who's their third game against then?
I don't think it's 3. It's 2, isn't it?
Oh, someone said. I thought they said they were there for 3 weeks, but
No, I don't
obviously
believe
not.
so.
Obviously not. Yeah.
I don't believe so, but I stand corrected. A leaked email from a supporter adds to tension around Bill Belichick and girlfriend. Now, Bill Belichick is the NFL league
Patriots.
legend, coach of the Patriots.
Yep.
Him alongside Tom Brady led them to 6 Super Bowl
Was it
wins.
6,
the
was
Patriots.
it?
Yeah, Brady ended up with 7 and got 1 at Tampa Bay. But they were 6
Yeah.
together at...
Hasn't Brady got 9?
Nah, 7. 6
Right,
was 6. And anyway, so long story short, Bill Belichick is 74 and his girlfriend 73 and his girlfriend's 24.
Yeah, no, look.
So,
I mean, the guy,
49-year age, great Nath.
They tend to go with the guys that are really good looking and don't have any money.
Pretty standard.
Usually the young 24-year-olds over there. And she'd be horrible looking too.
Yeah.
She'd be like looking into the fucking sun. I reckon. I'm sure.
No, I'm pretty sure she went to school with Sydney Sweeney, if that helps.
Yeah,
So-
right. Yep.
But anyway, so he's been quite controversial. He's the head coach now of the University of North Carolina, which I believe are the Tar Heels.
I don't know. I don't know a lot of the college teams. My good mate, Dad Bod veterans from Carolina. I'm not sure whether he's from North Carolina or South Carolina, but I reckon he'd be
all over it.
He'd be all over which team they are.
Yeah, right. Fair enough.
Yeah, cool. I was just a little name drop there. Crent.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
He's got a few million followers, Dad Bod.
So basically, everyone's going off it because they're creating that much controversy around it. Because University of North Carolina, famed football program, one of the big schools when it comes to basketball and football. But those around them are worried about the presence of his partner, Jordan Hudson, and the media attention is attracted.
Why?
She's actually been taking so much. Not attention, but for example, they were doing a doco of the school.
Is it a little bit like Taylor Swift and the Chiefs when she was taking all the exposure?
Possibly, but one fan wrote a letter in and they highlighted that they were doing a doco on the school. It was going to be like nationally televised. And she wanted to be labelled as an executive producer on it. She wanted to be this, wanted to be that. And they actually ended up fucking cancelling it.
Oh, right.
So I don't know who's giving her even the platform to make these fucking demands. But
yeah,
it's quite bizarre. So he's obviously doing it. But apparently there is a buyout clause of a couple of mil in his deal if he gets an NFL job again. So it's probably likely an NFL.
So it costs him a couple of mil? Or?
Yeah, ultimately, if he takes another
that's
job.
not bad.
It's come down from, if it was before a certain date, that was going to cost him 10 mil if he walked away. But now it's like 2.
Yeah,
after a certain time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Strange.
Fuck, it's big money college football, mate. You ever seen the TV show Ballers with The Rock in there?
Yeah.
So the last series of that was when he was trying to get I think he was trying to get the college players paid.
Yeah, okay.
It is a TV show. It's not real. But but part of what was getting, he wanted the TV rights for one of the schools over there.
Yep.
200 mil. For the TV rights.
That's mad.
What's college football?
Yeah.
They're kids.
Well, they're 18
they're
to 22,
18,
aren't they? Like
I
that,
think they're 24, aren't they? Some of them get up to.
Who gets it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's a couple of blokes here look as old as me. Bald head
I was
beards.
gonna
Fucking
say,
Jesus, mate. You're at school.
Played 300 games. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Best 15 years of your life was grade 10.
I was going to mention a name there, but I won't do it. Yeah, I won't do it to him. But, so it's, I don't know, I'm still stuck on the 24 and 73. It'd be very hard to buy that's legit. I don't know.
Oh, no, she's, mate, whatever.
In it for the personality?
She's in it for fucking money, mate. Absolutely.
Thanks for being honest.
Absolutely. No, there's no point dilly-dallying about it. I'm sure Bill's not stupid enough to think that he's a Casanova.
You wouldn't think that he's righto.
You know, and she's chosen him over she's picked him over the bunch.
Yeah, it's true. Saying that, I know it's still a bit of a gap, but I'm pretty sure I read the other day Tom Cruise is 61 or 62.
Not a horrible looking bloke, though,
and
Tom.
Still, that's what I mean. He's still quite
Bill
good,
Belichick,
so.
though, does not look like Tom Cruise. That I can guarantee.
And never has.
Yeah, no. Even in his younger days, probably wouldn't have been fucking competing
jumping off airplanes,
competing in that gene pool.
No, not in that. Not in that camp. That's for sure. Your favourite sport, Nathan? Australian heavyweight boxing star Justice Hooney is lodging a shock protest after he suffered a heartbreaking knockout loss.
What are you protesting? You got fucking knocked out, mate.
Well, Justice Hooney, he can actually fight. He's quite a strong athlete.
But you got knocked out.
Oh, if you'd let me finish. He suffered the first loss of his professional career, getting knocked out when he was on track for victory on Sunday morning. Fighting Fabio Wardley in Ipswich in the UK, Wardley's hometown, Hooney was in control of the fight and ahead on all scorecards on track for a 12th career win. But as the intensity lifted in the 10th round of 12-round bout, Wardley landed a monster punch on Hooney as he's coming forward. It was a fucking beauty. Sending the Australian falling backwards and onto the canvas. The punch seriously hurt Hooney, and the referee stopped the fight after a somewhat brisk standing count as Hooney slowly got to his feet. Hooney's camp is set to protest the result. Convinced referee John Latham rushed and didn't give him a chance for a proper 10 count in a venue with 20,000 screaming UK fans. So rubbing salt into the wound, Hooney was ahead 89-82 on two cards and 88-83 on another judge's scorecard at the time of the stoppage. Well ahead, just had to coast home.
At that point, in my opinion, right? So, yep, obviously it's rocked him. And, yep, he's not saying that he didn't get knocked out. That's fine.
No, he was quite humble about it.
But, yeah, but what's happened is obviously the ref has given a pretty fast count. That should be reviewed immediately. Should it not?
Possibly.
Let's do the count, time the count.
Whether they have
Yep, it was a fair count, game over. Or, that was only 8 seconds. Do you know what?
You're right to continue.
That's on you. You're right to continue if you're ready. Yep, I'm good to go. Fucking bang. Even if they have to have a HIA or something.
Yeah,
Sorry, I've mispronounced the letter H then.
No, you didn't.
My apologies.
You said
My
H,
apologies.
which is correct.
And it's supposed to be H. But no, I don't know. Like, I don't know what you do with it. But like, yeah, okay. So,
There's a lot of... But boxing gets a bit of a bad rap about being controversial and that, but it does actually... They would have more protests succeed than most other sports, I reckon.
Oh, really?
Quite often it gets... like they have... Because they have this punch stats or whatever, and if they come back and find the decision was totally unjust, they'll at times they will have the match, the result reallocated to being a draw or something like that, and they'll reschedule a rematch that has to take place and this and that. So, yeah, it does. They do take a hard stance on that stuff, so it's probably not without a chance that it will be... I don't know. I didn't see the full replay of that actual count. It kept fucking not showing it.
Yeah, okay.
So,
that's annoying.
Yeah, it is.
Isn't
But
it?
so Hooney, he'll be back again. It was actually for the WBA interim title, I think, which Wardley's now taken. So that would have been a huge highlight of in your 12th fight if he could have held on.
Yeah.
WBA interim champ, and then you get a shot at the regular champ, as they call him, when he's back from injury or whatever reason. But yeah, would have been a good one. Aussie Ange Nafe at Tottenham has been sacked.
What?
He's been sacked.
Didn't he just fucking win a premiership or whatever they call it over there? What do they call it?
We won the Europa League.
Run the Europa League. So they don't have finals over there, do they?
Well, when
Stupid
they do,
sport.
they
Stupid
do in
sport.
it's a league for that was a cup format, so they do have knockout group finals.
Okay, cup format,
That
yeah.
wasn't a premiership because they come fucking fourth last in the premiership. They
Yeah.
almost got relegated, which was a horror year. But as the dust settles on his sacking, a theory has emerged that might go some way to explaining Tottenham's brutal decision. He was sacked 16 days after winning the Europa League, and now a theory has emerged as to why they waited till then. Tottenham chairman Daniel Levy on Saturday, just over 2 weeks after the glorious night in Spain, where they secured victory over Manchester United and ended the club's 17-year wait for a trophy, but it wasn't good enough to save him after their worst ever result in the Premier League. But after leaving in the dark over his future for 2 weeks, they announced he was relieved of his duties on Friday afternoon. Exactly 2 years to the day from when the Australian was appointed in North London, signing a 4-year deal at the time. Interesting, his departure was timed after he completed 2 years on the first day of his third year,
No, clawback.
which believed to be significant in the settlement. So,
Yeah, was there like a balloon payment or something?
Well, yeah, they would have. There was talks halfway through the year they would have had to pay him about $12 million at some point. But anyway, he's been really hard done by Posty, Big Ange. He's only walked away with $8.3 million.
Oh, fuck that. Nah, you wouldn't do it for that, Crent.
So $8.3 million, that was just in the sacking for being shown the door earlier. That's his contract payout.
How's he going to feed his fucking family with that money?
Collected a $4.1 million bonus in Australian for getting the club into the Champions League by winning the Europa League, giving a total payout of $12.4 million Australian
Those tight bastards.
to not come out.
What sort of
Not come back, sorry.
what sort of club would do that to a bloke?
Oh,
12.4 million.
out on his ass.
Yeah.
And
He'd
he's
be
already
carrying a stick with Anky Chiefers.
like Cletus off the Simpsons. Cletus the slack-jawed yokel.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, it's crazy the money in sport and the amount of money. I don't have the stats, but the amount of money Tottenham have paid out to sack managers in the last 10 years is ridiculous. They paid out some fucking
you
huge
mentioned
coin.
you mentioned that he was a bloke who'd sacked a lot of coaches.
Daniel Levy, yeah.
He's the one that said we've tried all the winners now. We've
We've got Ange. Yeah. Who
And
won?
then Ange wins. And, sack him too. Fuck it. There's obviously an issue there.
It's just that the Premier. There was no hiding from the Premier League result. They come fourth last, but Ange did say in his speech, he said after Christmas when they knew they couldn't do much in the Premier League, they had a shit ton of injuries to vital key players. He just prepared to try and win this, and he did. He rested players for that and done it. So, and they're still in the Champions League main draw, which is where a huge amount of the money is. Which sort of league position is still good, but it sort of makes a relevant finish in fucking fourth or fifth, to be honest.
Yeah,
because you're in the Champions League anyway, by winning the Europa League. So
I mean, obviously, it's the coach's fault when we have players' injuries and things like that.
that's right.
Yeah.
100% Big Ange's fault. So, yeah, I do feel for him, but he's look, he'll get another opportunity. The clubs will be lined up. He plays attractive, attacking Ange ball, they call it.
Oh, good. So not like Ross Lyon plays.
Doesn't
in the AFL.
He's not known to just try and pinch one and park the bus or anything like that. Ange plays. Yeah, what do they call it? The
Kick
beautiful
7.
game, and
Let's get 7 on the board.
he plays Lee Matthews football. Outscore the other team.
Yeah. I don't understand why like soccer teams don't try and kick like 7 or 8 goals.
Well, I guess just the standard of play, it would be very, very difficult to do that when you're playing some of the world's best defenders and goalkeepers in the world.
Fuck me.
Do you reckon? I'd love to see you just stand at the top of the square.
I'd be sinking them from halfway. Same as basketball.
You'd be sinking them, in the crowd.
I wouldn't need a rest.
Wouldn't need a rest?
I wouldn't have fucking moved anywhere.
You don't get a rest.
Kick it out, bank goal.
You don't get a rest. You get sub, you're finished.
Yeah, that's it. They do, don't they?
That's the end of your day.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
That's what it used to be like in Aussie rules as well.
Yeah, a very long time ago, but yeah, that's how it was. I think the game's
then they
better.
had to stop from making too many substitutions.
Isn't it funny how the world changes?
fuck.
They also used to fucking smoke at halftime.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And that's what annoys me too about Aussie rules. I know I've mentioned this, but like one of the guys at work goes, "Oh no, he goes for Essendon. He goes, we've won 16 premierships." And I say, "Yeah, fucking 14 of them was back when they used to wear fucking track pants and smoke at halftime and have whiskey, have a glass of whiskey." I was like, "Well, fuck, it's a different world, mate." Like pre 1975, I don't reckon.
I still reckon when was it AFL?
1990.
Was it that late?
Yeah.
But West Coast came in 87.
But it was still...
Yeah. Well, let's go back from 87 to when the first non-Victor... Oh, Sydney come in too, didn't they, before that? Sydney were before
I think West Coast were first, weren't they?
So they were South Melbourne still when West Coast were in.
Oh, no, maybe not.
I think South Melbourne moved up to Sydney before West Coast come in, didn't they?
Well, it might have been the...
Can we just go back to when the first interstate side come in? And then
that's 87. I'm sure that's 87.
Who's got the most premierships then? Or when was Brisbane in 89? No, Brisbane were before West Coast.
82. They relocated to Sydney.
Yep.
So that all of a sudden we gave them a team in Sydney. West Coast were 87. The Brisbane Bears were
89.
Early 90s. Fremantle were 95. Port Adelaide were 97.
Yeah, we don't need to go the rest of them. That's fine.
So it started to get serious.
Well, Adelaide came in before Port Adelaide.
Adelaide were, they did, 91.
And then won a premiership in 97.
Yeah, they did, yep.
Against my fucking team. So that was wonderful.
Another year gone begging.
Yeah. But no, look, it's
in front too, are you? Half time.
I don't know. I can't remember. I think Darren Jarman came out and
fucking 18 goals,
17 fucking goals, and one off his own boot. But anyway, if we went back to who's won the most premierships since sort of
National League
82, then I think we've got a more accurate.
Would be
Hawthorn.
Comfortably Hawthorn.
Yeah. Who is probably my least favourite team.
Yeah, I know you're not a Hawks man, are you?
But yeah.
All right, that's it for me, Nate.
All right, no worries. Actually, my young bloke, Hawthorn, just for Hawthorn are playing down here
Friday
night. My young bloke's playing at half time.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Sure. What age group's that?
Under
8s.
8s, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Under 9s and 8s.
I can't go because the under 10s start Friday night. My little fella's his first game.
Oh, yeah, Alfie's on under 10s. No,
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not going either.
Oh, you're not going? Huh?
I'm not going to fucking watch Hawthorn. I'd rather sit down I'd rather have a sit down lunch with an African fucking lion than go and watch Hawthorn play, mate. No, I have to work the next morning. So the wife will be taking the young fella. So
okay. Yeah.
We don't have tickets for it though. Do you just rock up to the gate and they give you a ticket?
I assume with the kids you get a don't know.
No, it's only it's one adult.
Yeah,
but I don't know whether you got to book it online or not. They might be going all the way to Launceston for fucking nothing. I don't know.
Well, they'll get in. They'll get a seat.
Yeah, because no one else wants to go and fucking watch that shit.
No, they'll get a few there, I reckon. But
I wouldn't have minded to go and see Big Tex.
Yeah.
Because I don't reckon he'll come down too many more times.
No, that's probably it for Tex. I can't see him going on next year.
The Big Texan's one of my favourite players. So
is he?
Yeah, I love him. I love him. Absolutely love him. Follow each other on Instagram too, which is cool.
Yeah. Actually, funnily enough, I seen a thing last night. Caroline Wilson made a big statement that Nazai Wanganeen-Malera has told was refused to go to Adelaide Crows. He will not be joining Adelaide because of the comments that Tex Walker made in 2021 to an Aboriginal player that he's had rehabilitation around and apologised profusely. Anyway,
if we can't let things go, we'll never get anywhere.
And then anyway, it was highlighted again about comments were made about him on a show, and they said, "Oh, well done, Tex, you've come back for it." And they sort of reckon he made a bit of a hero of him out of it, or a few other things. Anyway, then his manager came out today, and Nazai Wanganeen-Malera's manager came out and said that is totally incorrect. Naz is to give me no such directive.
Right, so
and they've got no idea.
Caroline Wilson has just made this
she's obviously had
accusation.
She's obviously been given that mail, but it's totally incorrect. Yeah.
It's people like her. It's people like her that are making everyone look bad.
Yeah, giving it a
See,
bad
I
name.
instantly thought then that Nasir had gone and said that, and he hasn't.
No, well, apparently not.
So
his
that's
manager
fucked.
is, unless they're in damage control, but his manager has refuted it down the line that it's not true.
So she's supposed to be we're not reporters. We're just
No.
two blokes standing in a fucking shed talking shit. She is supposed to be a reporter, and she's supposed to be. She's on a national television show.
Yeah.
That's governed by the AFL. They're allowed to play AFL clips. We're not allowed to do that.
No, the media rights.
We can't play. Got all media rights and
can't we?
everything.
Yeah.
No, well, I can't screen record KO or
Yeah,
any
okay.
AFL. I can't do it. Actually, can't physically do it.
It won't actually work.
No, won't work.
Really?
Yep. Try
Yeah,
it.
okay.
Try it next time you got
Okay,
your KO on your phone and try and do a screen record of it. Can't do it.
Just says you
Doesn't do it.
Yeah, wow.
So yeah, you can't. Because remember that time that I went and watched St Kilda and Collingwood, and I got on the big screen. I got on TV. That was where I was trying to do it. I was trying to do it so I could bring it onto the podcast. And in the end, I just said to get it on the TV and then film it from a phone.
yeah.
It looked like shit, right? So so we can't. So they can do that. So they're governed by that. They've got rights. They can do it. They should have the correct information.
Yeah.
Don't make shit up.
Don't go with it.
Don't make shit up. Don't do that unless you've heard it from their mouth.
Dangerous.
Don't say it.
Especially when you go down the racial,
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
sort of,
absolutely.
It's not good.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't give it any more airtime than it needs. It's done. Everyone's moved on.
No, I just think it's important to report the right things rather
Yeah,
than...
I agree. 100%. Yeah, 100%.
But then we've reported Bonnie Blue being pregnant. She's not.
Only because we wanted to say the jokes. So we don't
But,
give
but hang on, we're not reporters.
didn't actually care if it was true.
All right, that'll do us.
Top job.
Oh, we're on the wrong page again, Crent.
Ah, perfect.
It was a fucking shit show
How do you
here.
lock this fucking thing?
Just hold up.
I hate
Cool
iPads.
heels, mate. We're still recording here. Righto, thanks for listening to Crent's crappy sports section of the train wreck that it was. We'll see you all next week for the next episode. Don't forget to watch us on social media. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all the places. Go and share it with your friends, do all that. And then go and buy yourself an OnlyFans jacket and buy some solar. Love you, bye.